Welcome to Talking Tales, Learn English. Hello and welcome to Talking Tales, Learn English. Today, we bring you an inspiring story titled From Homeless to Hero, The Man Who Refused to Give Up. This story is not just about hope and perseverance, but also an opportunity for you to learn English, improve your reading and speaking skills, and expand your vocabulary. Chapter 2. As you listen, try to repeat some sentences, note down new words, and reflect on the moral of the story. Let's begin. Michael had nothing but a worn-out backpack, a tattered blanket, and an unbreakable spirit. He sat on the cold pavement of New York City, watching people rush past him, lost in their own lives. Life had not always been this way. Just a year ago, Michael had a job, a small apartment, and dreams of making it big. But after an unexpected company layoff, he lost his job. His savings ran dry, his rent went unpaid, and before he knew it, he was homeless. Nights were the hardest. The cold bit into his skin, hunger gnawed at his stomach, and loneliness echoed in his heart. He often sat outside a closed bakery, inhaling the smell of fresh bread from inside, wishing he had just one warm meal. He watched families walk by, laughing, holding hands, heading home to warm dinners. He wished for that warmth, but instead, he had the biting wind and the silence of the streets. But even in those darkest moments, he made a promise to himself. I will not give up. I will rise again. One morning, as Michael sat near a coffee shop, a kind stranger named Jonathan approached him. "Hey, are you okay? Do you need something to eat?" Jonathan asked. Michael hesitated, but nodded. Jonathan bought him a sandwich and sat down next to him. They talked. For the first time in months, someone listened to Michael's story without judgment. Jonathan gave him a piece of advice that would change his life. You have the power to change your future. Start small, but start today. Inspired, Michael decided to take action. He cleaned himself up in a public restroom, found an old suit in a donation center, and started applying for jobs. But rejection after rejection almost broke his spirit. He walked into offices, hoping someone would give him a chance, but most people barely looked at him. Some turned him away before he could even introduce himself. But he refused to let the world's rejection define him. Almost. One day, he saw a sign outside a small restaurant. Dishwasher wanted. No experience needed. Michael hesitated. He had once worked in a corporate office, but he reminded himself, every big journey starts with a small step. He walked in and asked for the job. The owner, Mrs. Thompson, looked at him and said, "You're hired. Start today." Washing dishes was exhausting, and his back ached by the end of each shift. But every night, Michael sat under a streetlight with a notebook he had bought from a dollar store. He wrote down his dreams and goals. One goal stood out. I will become successful and help others. Michael didn't just wash dishes. He observed, learned, and asked questions. Within months, he was promoted to an assistant cook. He watched how the chefs worked, memorized recipes, and asked endless questions about food preparation. He arrived early, stayed late, and practiced cooking in the small hours of the night when the kitchen was empty. One evening, a customer noticed his determination and work ethic. "You work hard, young man," he said. "Have you ever thought about starting your own business?" That question planted a seed in Michael's heart. He began studying entrepreneurship, leadership, and financial management through free library books and online videos. He spent his evenings at the library, reading business books and writing down ideas. He also worked on his communication skills. He practiced speaking in front of a mirror, wrote speeches, and even joined a local public speaking club. The more he learned, the more confident he became. His confidence began to grow. He started making friends, networking, and even helping new employees in the restaurant. He became known for his kindness and hard work. Mrs. Thompson, the restaurant owner, saw his potential and gave him more responsibilities. Soon, he was not just an assistant cook. He was helping manage the restaurant. But Michael wanted more. He wanted to build something of his own. After 2 years of hard work, saving every penny, and networking with the right people, Michael opened his own small cafe. He called it New Beginnings. He didn't just hire employees, he hired people who had once been homeless, just like him. He trained them, mentored them, and helped them get back on their feet. His cafe became a symbol of hope, resilience, and second chances. The media covered his story, and soon he was invited to speak at motivational events, inspiring thousands of people worldwide. Michael's journey teaches us an important lesson. No matter how tough life gets, giving up is never an option. Hard work, learning, and determination can turn even the darkest moments into a bright future. He started with nothing, but his mindset changed everything. If you ever feel like giving up, remember Michael's story. The road may be difficult, but every step forward counts. This story is not just about motivation. It is also a great way to learn English. Here's how. New words. Note down important words like perseverance, resilience, determination, mentorship, and try using them in sentences. Pronunciation practice. Repeat key sentences out loud to improve your speaking skills. Reading and listening. Listen to this story multiple times and try reading along. The more you listen, the better your English gets. Did you enjoy this story? Comment below. What did you learn from it? Next story. Preview. The mysterious note found in an old library book. A tale full of mystery and surprises. Stay tuned. Word of the day. Resilience. The ability to recover from difficulties. That's all for today. Keep learning, keep growing, and never give up. Honenters. See you in the next story on Talking Tales. Learn English.